Hey, what's up? Hope you're doing well today. I just wanted to let you in on something. My whole goal here is I want to be honest with everything that I talk about. And, I want to talk about my successes, my downfalls, the times where I need to do better. And last night was one of those times again. If you were following me from before, I had a mishap where I was watching Reels till 11:40. And what I did to try to fix that was setting an alarm on my phone to go off at 10 o'clock so that I would know that all my devices need to be off at that point. And that's my time to, start having my nightly wind down, right? So what happened this time, I'm just going to tell you a little bit of the backstory behind it. I was out from the house, and then I came home really late. It was about 9:40 by the time I got home, or 9:30ish by the time I got home, and talked to my parents for a little bit and stuff. And then once I actually got in my room, I was wanting to do some work, and it was already 9:40, and I was like, oh, I only got 10 more minutes to do anything that I want to do. So I'm just like, and I'm trying to think of things to do, and I'm just like not really thinking completely about the stuff that I should be doing. So I'm like, well, I guess there's nothing I really can do for the 20 minutes that I have. I'll just hop on the computer and play a video game for a little bit. So I got on the computer, I started playing a game, and I ended up playing till, I think it was 11:15 was when I got off. And my alarm went off at 10, and I clicked off, I snoozed it, it went off again. This time I turned it off and set an alarm for 10:30. I set the alarm for 10:30, disabled it, and then there was a part in the game where I got killed or whatever, and then I was trying to gain my progress back. But besides the point, I was trying, I kept going against my discipline and what I was supposed to be doing. And so, and I hate doing that. It really bothers me. And I know that I'm not being the best that I can be when I'm doing that. Because not only do I know mentally that I'm going against my discipline, which is going to start ruining my confidence in myself, but I'm also losing my sleep. And I was super tired today. I didn't have as much energy as I normally did. And honestly, I felt mentally weaker than I normally do. Normally, I feel mentally strong, like I'm able to do things. Today, I almost that little voice in the back of my head was stronger. That negative voice that was in my head was stronger than it normally was. And I hate that. I don't want that to happen to me. And I don't want that to happen to you either. And so I know that when I have a mistake, there's action that I need to take. So last time I took action by making that alarm. And I put more stuff on my computer to where I'm not able to go on it past a certain time. But for some reason, however this thing was set up with the game, is that like the launcher wouldn't be enabled, but the game can still play once it's already been played. So I already have everything set up for that, but the game, once it's on, it can be played. So if I make this mistake again, then I'm just going to delete the launcher completely and not even have it able to be given to me at all. But the main thing, for the reason why, I was thinking about this during my lunch break today while I was at work, was the main reason why I fell into that trap, if that's what we want to call it. I want to call it a trap because it took me away from my purpose. I wasn't thinking about my purpose when I did that. And it took me a minute to think about this. And last night when I got home, my purpose wasn't on my mind. Pursuing Yah's kingdom wasn't in my head. It was more so like, I'm tired, but I still kind of want to do some things. What can I do to fill the time, right? And I want to make sure that I'm using my time to be doing everything for his kingdom constantly. And I understand, if there's a break or something that you want to do, but if you're taking a break from something, it needs to be intentional. That was not intentional. My intentional break was 20 minutes, and I ended up going over an hour, and went to bed later. Not at all what I want to do. So I have some things written here on my wall for what my purpose is, and I pretty much recite them every day. I try to recite them every single day. And last night I didn't do that, and I didn't even notice it. I didn't even think about it. It just didn't really pop in my head because the way that my door opens, my eyes don't scan that area of the room. So what I'm going to do is I actually went to Walmart today. I picked up these little picture frames. And this is something that's what I've been wanting to do for a while, but this is the thing that finally kicked me over to start it, is I'm going to take what I have already written on my wall about my purpose and about pursuing Yah's kingdom, for me specifically. I'm going to make a printout for them. I'm gonna put it on inside these frames. I'm gonna put it right next to my computer where I can see it, so that every day when I'm working on my computer, I will know exactly what my purpose is, what I'm gonna do, and who I'm doing it for. And with that in mind, if I was trying to pursue my purpose then and there, I would have read a book. I was thinking about it. I could have filled up that time by reading a purposeful book that would teach me the things that I need to learn, and then after that, I could have finished up my night with reading my Bible. But instead, I went wasting my time there. But I can't live back in the past, and I want to share a verse that reminds me about this whole thing. It's Proverbs 24, verse 16. For the righteous falls 7 times and rises again, but the wicked stumble in times of calamity. I may have said this one before, but my point is that I made a mistake and I'm fessing up to it. But it says that the righteous fall and they rise again. They don't stay stuck in the past. They say, hey, I messed up here, but how can I fix that now? So this is what I'm trying to do. This is my action. This is my steps to what I'm taking. I'm gonna put my purpose right next to my wall to where I can see it every single time. Because last night I wasn't thinking about my purpose. I was just thinking about how can I entertain myself. But I didn't have my stuff set up to where I could think of what my purpose was. So by doing it this way, I'm gonna have it right there. And I strongly believe that when I see that right next to my computer, and it's gonna be professionally done too, it's gonna look a lot nicer. What I have right there is just written. This is gonna be nicely done, put right here next to my workspace, and I'm gonna see that, and then when I'll click with me, oh, if I can read a book, that'll be better than just playing games. Or I can, just brainstorm stuff or figure things out, but that's something that I want to talk to you about, and I appreciate you for listening. And, every time you make a mistake, we're all going to make mistakes, but it's about how you're going to fix it after that. And are you just going to stay upset with yourself that you made a mistake? Or are you going to see the mistake, see where you went wrong, and see what you can do to change it, to fix it so that it doesn't happen next time? Remember, being stagnant and doing the same thing is the thing that's not going to work. But by making changes and trying to find ways to overcome that, that's how you can start stepping up and start improving. So that's what I'm trying to do today. And, I'll show you what I did on my wall with everything once it's all done. And yeah. Thank you so much for watching again. I really appreciate your help and support for watching me. It's a super huge blessing. And just remember to put Yah's kingdom first in every single thing that you do. Thank you so much for watching again.